VR is the future. Now that's something the last few years we as gamers and sim fans have heard a lot of. Now whether or not it becomes a product for the mainstream is yet to be determined. However, what I will say is that no matter what the mainstream gaming community makes of it, it is going to be the future of simulation as we know it. Now about 3 months ago, I bought myself the Oculus Rift Development Kit 2. Now I figured that I fit well enough within the VR demographic and have a moderate audience of people that will most likely also be interested in VR, and it would be wise to give my opinion on it, especially when it comes to simulation games. Now since the dawn of simulation programs, it's been kind of a drive within the community to get as close as possible to actually performing the acts as you can get. We can see this today with multi-monitor setups, products like Track IR, HOTAS flight gear, rudder pedals, racing wheels, and so on. Now these products can be ranging from $20 to $20,000. Now no matter if you're a college student with very little spending money or a well-off enthusiast with a replica sim pit design down to the inch of real-life specifications, it's our drive to have the experience of actually experiencing it firsthand and fully immersing ourselves within the sim. And unlike any other solution in the past 10 years, it actually works. Now when it comes to my experience with virtual reality, something that hits you every time you use it is the sense of scale. Now when you see these objects on a monitor, it's like you're looking at a picture and you're not going to have any sense of depth or size to the people or objects. But since VR is as close to one-to-one scale as possible, it's amazing to actually just walk around and see these life-size people and objects in their environment. It's a whole different experience when you walk up to like a horse in Skyrim, and rather than just seeing a burly horse on a monitor, you actually have this huge animal in front of you that looks like it could be trampling you in a heartbeat. Now in Fallout, it's a ridiculous experience to be walking around within the ruins of DC and have this sense of scale of everything around you. Towers arching over you, and you actually have to look up to the next level because a super mutant is shooting at you. And in racing and flight games, the scale actually does a really fantastic job of giving you the feeling of actually sitting in a cockpit. Now it's a whole different ballgame because you're not just seeing it on a screen, you're in the world itself, and something that VR does really well is convey that. When it comes to DCS, the DK2's resolution is not quite good enough yet to be using it for air-to-air or reading any fine detail within the cockpit without getting up real close to the instruments or using labels. However, something that has helped my flying a lot is the amazing sense of depth with 3D. It allows you to judge the distance between you and, for instance, the ground at a glance. It has improved my landings dramatically in both helicopters and fixed-wing by just being able to judge my glide slope better and my position from the ground and have this amazing sense of situational awareness. In racing sims, the sense of depth is also a game changer because you can better judge when you need to brake when going into a corner, or better judge the distance between the cars around you to make sure you race cleaner. Just the sense of depth alone has dramatically improved my gameplay just by being able to judge distance to a really fine degree of accuracy. When I first got the DK2, I was kind of concerned that it was going to be something I'd use for, maybe a week or two and then set it aside for occasional use. However, I've actually found the majority of games I gravitate around have support for the Oculus, and I'm using it multiple times every week, and at this point I am satisfied with the amount of usage I'm getting from it. Not all sunshine and roses though. VR, as it stands right now, is still in its infancy. It needs some time to sort out the current problems like screen door effect and reducing the bulkiness and better software and easy use. But what we're hearing from the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift consumer version is that they've already improved greatly with this and are going to be fantastic first revisions for VR. And honestly, when it comes time to make the decision to pick up a VR headset, I would sincerely consider it. And if you're someone who already plays a lot of flight, space, and racing sims, then you can guarantee a lot of use out of this. There's also some great third-party projects out there that bring support to older games, such as Vario Perception, Vorpex, and Tridef. So you can already extend your library quite a bit with just these applications. Honestly, I've been having a blast with VR, and just no doubt that this is something the simulation community is going to get behind in an instant. First revisions by next year will be an amazing starting point for everyone wanting to jump into virtual reality, and future revisions after that are definitely going to perfect this amazing experience. As it stands right now, I cannot recommend buying any developer versions of them. I think it's something that is definitely worth waiting. I do not regret at all picking up the DK2, but once again, it's still in its infancy, and with only a few more months until the first consumer versions come out, it is better to just wait for those. So yeah, those are my opinions on VR for the past few months that I've been experiencing it, and it's definitely something I would recommend for everyone interested to go ahead and check out if you have somewhere local demoing it, because it's something you just kind of have to see to believe, not something that's very easy to describe. But I'm just going to end this with saying VR is an amazing experience. I definitely would look into considering getting one as soon as the consumer versions are out. I've been Patchwork, thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment on what you guys think of VR. Check out some of my older videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys later.